Tell everyone.
You're a punk rocker.
I am not.
Exposed. Bill is a boomer. You have a giant cranium.
Having fun is hard work.
Is gonna know and
He's not listening.
Generation mix-up. The newest fool. Roll it. Wait till you see what Bill's been up to today. And I didn't expect to be doing this. You know who's gonna love this? Robin Tran. Today, he's with Jeffrey Ross. I love Bill Maher. Ever since we discovered this Bill Maher, what is his...
Club Random.
Club Random.
Of course.
He is, he's amazing. He's rude. He's arrogant. He misunderstands your story completely, puts you in a corner. He puts you in a box. He belittles you without knowing. He's unaware of how rude and vindictive he's being. It's really a sight to see. I'm surprised more people haven't caught on to the spectacle that is this new Club Random show out of Bill Maher's basement. And I love it.
I have such great memories of our time in Hawaii, and we're going to do it again.
It's awesome.
You're the first two-timer on my tour.
It's going to be great.
Brought back by populist demand.
So Bill's he's a very awkward host, and I can't imagine the shit he's saying to you during, before the cameras are rolling to really cool you down. I mean, he's such a cooler. I mean, he makes you feel so uncomfortable and then yells at you for not coming out of your shell within seconds. Really the rudest host. So let's see what he does this time. How could you fuck this up? You're just offering someone a drink. This should be such a nice, easy exchange for two friends, even two enemies to do. It's so basic. We've all seen people pour and exchange drinks, but Bill, he will really make this awkward, won't he?
Drink.
I usually drink a little tequila on the rocks.
Great. I have it right here.
Are you going to drink?
Of course. It's not only 5 o'clock somewhere. It's actually 5 o'clock here. Because we tape like we're a show.
So he asked Jeff a simple question. What would you like to drink? And Jeff says tequila, right? Should be easy.
Your first Tonight Show or whatever. There is something about us who are always working at night.
Right.
And now we show up and it's California. So it's like blazing hot sun. There's something, it's off.
I'm not funny in daylight.
You are. I remember you from Hawaii. You are. Well, of course we were hot.
Vacation.
But it's outside and it's still light when you're performing, in the summer. You're like going at 8 o'clock and you're outside and it's like,
it's hard.
Do I have to wear sunblock to do a set?
Yeah, I love that part.
It's something wrong with it.
Yeah, I never understood morning radio people who were like,
watch Bill.
Yeah, I do. Nothing's funny to me early in the morning. I need coffee and some, I need a few hours before.
He's not listening.
With the tequila?
That's good on the rocks. That's good.
Just straight?
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes, what do you want with the tequila? And he goes, on the rocks, just straight. Because he doesn't really know. For some reason, Jeff Ross is very nervous.
Fuck, what a man. Okay, well then fill up the glass. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
You drink.
And then Bill hands him a full glass of tequila. That's true. Oh, imagine you're looking at that and you're like, not even in the mood to drink. I got to drink this pure tequila, this whole cup. Oh.
You know that's not right.
Yeah, and you're not, this isn't the right vibe, right? The vibe's got to be right. That's why we do that first drink. So the vibes aren't right, and he's been passed a giant cup of tequila. That's
you have
a
to take
recipe.
Your first sip of the day.
Right? Doesn't that pain you to see? And you can see, look at Jeff's eyes. Darting right at that giant glass. I know it's hard to see, but he's darting and he's worrying.
It'll take me 4 days to drink all that.
Oh, okay.
You look good, buddy. It's been too long.
This would take me 4 days to drink all. See? And Bill doesn't. He's none the wiser, right? Okay, so let's
And he just
see.
goes,
Exactly. He's never listening. He's never listening to what you see. He's such an asshole, and you're really left there to fend for yourself. Okay, this sets the stage perfectly. Let's let it play a little bit. I just want to bring you into this vibe here.
Well, you're always on the road.
Yeah. I'm leaving again tomorrow.
You're always with your little crew of Chappelle.
This week I'm heading to Europe with.
And you know when someone's a bad bartender when the guest has to watch you like this while you pour to make sure, because this is crazy. You don't know what he's doing. He's going to kill somebody here. So this is the guest going, oh, boy, what's he fucking mixing up? It's like when they're cooking on Something's Burning with Burt Kreischer. Look at it. This is Jeff's eyes looking at him pouring drinks going, oh, boy.
I don't really see any eyes.
Yeah, either do I. Yeah, very good
Just
point.
2 more mouths.
Yeah.
That's like 3 mouths.
Maybe Robin Tran is Jeff Ross.
Wow.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
Europe.
Chappelle and Chris Rock.
Oh, Chappelle, of course.
Do they speak English?
I
know.
They learned English from watching American comedy.
I played Europe in 2015. I did that. Well, you certainly cannot play Paris.
I have.
Paris?
Not you have to play a smaller venue than you would in the States.
Paris.
You could do it. I did it.
That takes balls because
I did Paris in
There's one.
January, and not only did they. There's a language barrier. They're wearing masks.
I'm telling you, and we can't watch the whole thing, but I beg you to just make sure the time's right, where nothing's really going on, nothing's competing with your attention, and just put this on and just kind of roll with it, bro.
You want some dope? You seem
Yeah.
a little low key.
I'll smoke
Ooh, okay, sure. And again, it's kind of been like this the whole time. So Jeff's talking, and Bill's constantly worrying about what he could fix somebody up. When he's not lighting a joint, he's lighting a cigarette. When he's not lighting a cigarette, he's playing with the bottle. He's always preparing. He's always very strange. I never expected Bill Maher to even, have this type of behavior. But, Jeff Ross is talking and, answers his question. And then Bill goes, do you want some dope? You seem low key. Which is, believe me, again, oh, great. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. So, yeah, he's going to start pressuring him with dope.
I'll smoke some pot.
Or maybe you've had a lot of pot.
Not yet, but let's take a hit of this joint. Then I kind of.
It's not pot. It's a Clove cigarette.
That's not pot.
Oh, God. So Bill Maher does this thing where he realizes that they're smoking pot on air, and he's so 90s. That he gets so scared that he's going to get busted. So he calls them Clove cigarettes. And the comics are all too stupid. They go, wait, cloves? It's like, okay, he lit the thing. You're smelling it. You're smelling it. Surely you've been around weed. You know the difference between a Clove cigarette and weed, right? Smell. So it's weed.
But also, in Jeff's defense, why is Bill acting
Exactly.
like that?
Why is Bill got to call
He
it a club?
just
Well,
said-
Bill's going to explain.
he
Listen to
just
that
called
kind
it
of
It's
dope.
not pot. It's a Clove cigarette.
That's not pot. Oh, I see.
This.
We're in California.
We're on the air in lots of states.
Whoa, bitchy. So Jeff's like, we're in California. It's legal. We're on the air in lots of states. I don't know if that's where. I'm watching Charlie Jordan smoking spliffs, Logan Paul.
I smoked it on the show, real pot, before it was legal, even in California, one night.
Ooh.
And that's when I knew that
I love this shot, by the way. This shot is so fucking off-putting. This is like something Brandon Wardell would do as a meme. This looks like an old meme. Look at this shot.
And sometimes in this shot, I think he looks right down the barrel.
He
of the
does.
lens.
Well, he's got those Robocams. Look how fucking turdy he is. That really is something else. That lighting is something else, too. That's pretty icy.
that's when I knew that the jig was kind of up with pretending that we are a country that can live with prohibition, because people called me. I remember Larry David called me the next day, and people were like,
Exposed.
are you sure you're not going to get arrested?
So Larry David called him after he smoked pot on real time, and he's, you're going to get arrested. Exposed. Larry David, scared of cops, scared of weed. All right.
It was like 10 years ago or something. And I was like, I doubt it, but if they do, they'll be embarrassed.
Mhm.
Not me.
Mhm.
And that's the attitude I've taken ever since then. And I think it's
Oh, yeah,
On
I'm
the
sure
mo-
the cops would be really humiliated. Yeah, it's one of the things that's always, whenever I think of cops, I always think about how embarrassed and how much they wish they could take it back. Okay, so here, watch. Uh-oh. This happened to me last night, too. I was going to kill myself. Hiccups.
Oh no.
No, this one's okay. This one's swallowable.
Do you think one day the gun states will attack the pot states? Because it seems like they're not the same states necessarily.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Didn't they
I
just
mean,
run over the pot states?
Well, this is a gun and pot household.
Okay.
Whoa, see? Well, this is a gun and pot household. Very cool, Bill. So now we're going to hear about Bill's gun stuff, and you gun guys are going to love this. Bill fucking knows guns. I mean, it almost sounds like he's been at Terran Tactical. Anybody follow Terran Tactical on Instagram? You can see me. I got Molly. Says I got a Molly shirt that I made. I don't know why nobody's making Molly panel T-shirts. So I've got shirts that I usually wear, and they're just Molly hoops all over. And I just attach with carabiners every gun I own, and I could barely walk. But believe me, when it becomes this Gunza Hotep thing that I got to do, I'm going to be settled. All right, watch this. A gun debate between Jeff Ross and Bill Maher, who's into guns now because he's rebelling against his political party.
Didn't they just run over the pot states?
Well, this is a gun
Mike
and pot
Akimbo,
household.
yes.
Okay.
You're not?
I don't have any guns.
Why?
I guess I would if it was easy. I'm just afraid it'll get turned on me somehow.
Oh, well, that's such a bad attitude.
Whoa, there's Bill. And you know what? The thing with Bill, it doesn't matter what topic you're on, he is going to know and you into such a place where you're so insecure to even say a peep. You know, this is like if you were 8 years old and you're hanging around all your dad's friends. And, sorry, these guys are too intimidating. I'm going to get the hell out of here. That's what he makes people feel like.
You know, you're letting
Hey, Bill.
the worst possible event.
There it is. Directly into our eyes, Corky style. Look at this Down syndrome retard. I'm sorry, but if you stare into a camera at me like this, I'm zooming. Oh my God. That's what you got going on downstairs? That's what I call people's.
Oh my God, wait, do it so it's
This
just
is.
the
I'm looking
bottom.
at the monitor
Wait,
here.
cut
This
out
is
the
wild.
glasses completely and just
Okay.
do the lips and ears.
Okay, hold on. Let me get it set.
Damn.
Quentin Tarantino. I mean, are you serious with this? Staring me right in the fucking eyes. Those glasses, by the way, are too narrow for your head. You have a giant cranium upstairs. Imagine his head just goes up and up and up and up and up and up. I mean, this guy's a fucking freak. I never thought I would be so delighted by just examining him. Usually you got to be quite the freak for me to want to just examine you and nothing more. And you're in that territory, so you've really done it.
Actions of the least capable people guide what you want to do. It's sort of the same argument they very often use about drugs. We can't have drugs because people will OD. Yes, some people will, but we couldn't have any. We shouldn't organize life
But also,
around what
Jeff isn't even saying that guns should not be allowed. He's just
it's
saying
like
he personally.
that's what I mean.
doesn't
Bill's
want
like
one.
having arguments with his guests based on like the stuff he's annoyed with in culture, but it's not the guest that's doing it to him. But the guest will always remind Bill of the pain in his ass and the annoyance that the other people are. So when he hears Jeff doesn't own a gun, he's oh, you're one of them. That's a bad attitude. And I agree. I mean, why doesn't Jeff have a gun? What kind of fucking bitch is afraid of a fucking little tiny bullet?
How hard is it to get a gun in California?
I mean, I don't remember. I've had mine for a while. I mean, I remember it was paperwork and waiting. It was definitely, I don't know if the laws have changed, but I don't.
You know, I did paperwork too when I bought my first gun. This is hard to write on. This is my glasses. And here it is. Fuck yeah, bro. That's what I think of your paperwork. They said, please, take the guns, take the cash, take whatever you can, Mike. Here's Keys, Mike, you're better than us. You're better than us. We're the cops. Here's all our cuffs. You're better than us. You're better than us. We're the gun store. Have all our stuff. We like you, Mike. Thanks for that note. You win the job. So we've seen our fools train. A lot of our fools train. We've seen Sam Tripoli train, Brian Callen, Joe Rogan, Tom Segura. The list goes on of all the comedians we've actually watched train. Steven Crowder. Can you believe that? Can you imagine? So let's hear about Bill's training, the newest fool to join the gun training public club.
Guns N' Roses? I don't know.
There was
But
a band like that.
but yes, and there's a band.
So
yeah.
did you train?
Yeah, I've had training. I actually had went out with a guy on the place and go through. It was just like one day, but
Oh, okay. So do you train though? Like you have a gun, do you do training? Yeah, of course. Yeah, lots of training. There was a guy, we went out, I think, like one day. You know, one day doesn't mean 24 hours, by the way.
That
One
means
day
1
means
hour.
an hour. Okay. Adults don't, one day to an adult is 1 hour with somebody.
that way you can get it in one day. Now, should you brush up? Yes, you should.
Have you brushed up?
Absolutely. I mean, it should be, there's no reason why gun ownership shouldn't be like any other kind of license you would get, like to fly a plane, that you just don't walk in and start flying a
Guns are the most boring hobby, though. I mean, they really are. It's like you have all these guns, you're so excited, and then you just go and you go. Can I kill somebody, please? I'm fucking itching to kill somebody now. This sucks. Like shooting a tree. This is me shooting a tree. And the tree just goes. That's not fun. I want to see all the trees mourn over this guy and try to get me. The rest of the trees try to arrest me. All right, let's see here. More gun control.
to fly a plane, that you just don't walk in and start flying a plane. You have to
Well, it does occur to me.
qualify. I'm okay with that.
It does occur to me that I have a German Shepherd I can't control, so that's more of a liability than a gun I can control.
You mean you'd shoot the dog?
No, I mean,
Oh,
Bill, he doesn't get it. He's like so.
Are you even listening? And at this
impenetrable.
point, Jeff's like, "Is this an hour?"
And Jeff was only humoring you.
Yes, of course. Here it is.
liability than a gun I can control.
You mean you'd shoot the dog?
No, I mean,
Oh.
if I have an intruder,
Yeah.
the dog sometimes doesn't know if they're supposed to be there or it's just my buddy coming over without knocking.
Well, and what kind of dog is this?
Shepherd.
Well, the shepherds are smart. If you haven't gotten a shepherd up to that point, that's on the owner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that's what-
Okay, she's a bad dog owner now. That's nice. I mean, it's just constant. It never ends.
But it's like that's what they do. Your dog is probably looking at you like, I'm a fucking shepherd.
Trained.
Just give me a little direction and I can handle this. But nothing, just like, well, first of all, they would smell the fear on you.
Right.
Especially you without a gun would be shitting your pants.
Bill is not a puff pass man.
Wow, this is so rude. Watch this.
I'm seriously stoned. So again, I
You
always,
gonna share?
I'm so
I did bring something.
that's so rude.
I did bring something.
Yeah, at the beginning of the show, isn't this Jeff's own pipe that he brought?
He is about to give him the pipe. This
Oh,
is just
okay.
the joint.
This is the joint. So Bill Maher lit a joint, said, "Here, smoke some dope." But then Bill just smoked the whole joint. I mean, it's been like 20 minutes. He hasn't offered anything.
Oh boy, I tell you,
You got me
having
all.
fun is hard work. Yeah, we're gonna have fun in Hawaii this year, like Elvis. You see that movie?
I haven't seen it.
Wow.
Not interested? Not at
No,
all.
I'll see it. Right now, I'm binging something else, which
And
I.
why would you
binging. I
not
think
be
you would-
interested? Like
I
he's
know.
like, oh, not interested. It's like no,
I suppose.
That's what you.
The Danny Boyle Sex Pistols thing on Hulu.
What?
So good.
Sex Pistols. That's punk rock.
Steve.
Generation mix-up. Generation mix-up. Now, what's about to happen is so cool. Should we tell them? We could probably just tell them what's happening here. And this is what these old-timers forget. There are these generational differences. Jeff Ross is Gen X, right? Now, Gen X likes old school punk rock. Yes, they do, right? They like the Clash, the Sex Pistols. Stuff like that is like normal to them. Bill is a boomer. Bill is a boomer. The Sex Pistols to him is like crazy. Like, what the fuck? We don't listen to that shit. So we're going to have a generational mishap. It's happening right now. None of them know that this is the case.
You should you're a punk rocker.
I am not.
Yeah,
Well, not the music.
I know, but your attitude
Yes.
has always been a punk rock attitude.
Is that right?
I believe that. That's
Well,
one of the
okay.
things I
And
like
now,
about
you know, you could actually glamour Bill, and that's what Lafayette, True Blood, another term, great term from True Blood, glamoring people. That's where you put a little spell on them. You could trick Bill Maher in anything. If Bill Maher is starting to get a little too picky on you, just be like, you're actually great. You're actually why I got into this business. You're like an inspiration. And I'll be like, oh, well, okay, well, I don't know about that. Tell me more. Really, is that easy? So that's kind of Jeff goes, fuck, how do I get out of this? Well, you're a punk rock, you're a punk. And this kind of works on Bill for a second.
I am not.
Yeah,
Well, not the music.
I know, but your attitude has always been a punk rock attitude.
Is that right?
I believe that.
Well,
One of the things I like about you.
Well, then send me the lyric sheets because the music sucks.
All he's hearing is this nasty, disgusting English garbage. He can't even believe he's associating with somebody who would listen to that. In his mind, it's like just a guy with a mohawk who's got no mind. Banging into the wall. So he's very confused.
Things I like about you.
Well, then send me the lyric sheets because the music sucks. I never thought.
Anarchy in the UK.
Okay, great. And by the way, anarchy is stupid.
Yes.
So, the idea of being pro-anarchy, immediately not respecting your work.
If you're
Wow.
a 19-year-old
Yes.
Brit.
Okay. Well, that's why we shouldn't let 19-year-olds control the ideas
All
of
right, you're
society.
right. The Sex Pistols suck. No one likes the Sex Pistols.
Wow.
You're
Fighting
right.
back.
Maybe they have other attributes.
They're the great. They just started something that
There's something
spawned
good coming up.
modern.
They started something that sucked more. They started
You
something
don't like the
where-
Clash and the Ramones?
No.
Yeah, I love-
Punk rock. We're talking about three.
Yeah, I love how that blows Jeff's mind. As if he's never. Wait, you don't like the Ramones? No, I don't like the Ramones. I love that. I'm that happens to me once a week where I have to explain to somebody that, yes, this is exactly what I'm saying. It's like they say to me with comedians, but you don't like this guy? You don't like him? No!
Chords. I think I know what punk rock is. Now, maybe they did say, I will say this.
Here,
I
listen.
think there's a band that started punk rock. Maybe there's more than one. Yeah, I'm sure there is. There's a band, I believe, started punky and then became an awesome band.
Okay. There's a band that he does like. They started punky,
But then became
amazing. Not like that horse shit they used to make. I'll give you a tip. Not like that horse shit they used to make in 1994.
Some people have guessed it. Some people have guessed
Okay,
it. Should
who's
we
the first
play?
guy? Yeah, let's play it and see if they're right.
Punky and then became an awesome band who I love, and that is Green Day.
Woo! I wanna be on authority. It's worse than it used to be, in fact, Bill Maher. The new Green Day is way worse, and it's everything that you claim to hate about punk is more of the new Green Day, I would say. The old Green Day had some very creative songs. I mean, that Dookie album, every song on that album was creatively done. Green Day used to be good, and now it is horrible. And then I'm going, oh, wait, I know why he likes Green Day. Because he's politically incorrect. Politically. Remember, Green Day did their whole, we hate George Bush, when he was on his big.
Wow.
So that lined up. So he thinks like American Idiot and all that stuff is like genius because of its political message. But he's too stupid. So yeah, that's what's happening. And it couldn't be more cringe. I mean, like those Green Day political songs, like literally we have gasped. We've like made fun of those over the years so many times. Remember that on our award shows? It's like horrendous.
It's like punk made palatable because they're American Idiot and 21st Century, that one.
That's the
I mean,
worst song I've ever
The
heard.
songs are not punk.
That's like how people are like, oh, I like Eminem, and then people are like, oh, like The Monster and no. It's almost like the same thing. It's like the Green Day could have some of your favorite songs and also have the most cringe-worthy song that you cannot go near, that you actually cannot stomach. Eminem too, right?
Yeah.
I created a monster who lives on my street.
Well, that song's cool because it has Rihanna.
I wanted the
but-
fame, but not the cover of Newsweek.
In other words, I'm not afraid to make an entertaining, good record. What a crazy idea. You know, I mean,
I mean, he loves this band. Just let him have his band. That's what I mean. Everything you like, if it's not
And
something you like.
Jeff is pretending to agree with everything he's saying about
Exactly.
Green Day.
Yes, exactly.
Which,
Jeff is
yeah.
going out of his way.
we could
They
do
were
something
musicians,
else.
but the Sex Pistols were just literally street punks who learned how to play
Right.
after they formed the band.
Well, they learned how to play
They were
to
part of a movement. It was a reaction.
It was a bowel movement. They learned to play and then quickly halted that learning
Wow.
curve.
They died. Well, they died
Again,
a year into it, but
it's
great.
very simple, repetitive. It's I get it. It's a primal scream.
Right.
That's what okay.
I like
Well,
that.
once I've heard one primal scream, I don't need to hear the whole album.
Bitchy. Wow. I mean, what an asshole. Ooh. So we are at 105 here, and that tequila really, maybe a couple sips. Couple sips,
tried
but
with that
quite
thing.
the waste, yeah.
I'm going to do some more bumping mic
Great.
states with a towel.
Oh, bumping.
All
Yes. Okay.
Throw some
I'll
acid.
see you in Hawaii. Why don't we plug that one?
Okay.
Tell 'em.
Bill Maher.
The night before
everybody.
Thanksgiving.